Up next, an up-close look at Michelle Branch with questions from the AOL audience.
Hey, I'm Michelle Branch, and you're watching Sessions at AOL.
No, don't just walk away.
Sedona, Arizona native Michelle Branch went from beginner musician to major label rock star in a few short years. Her debut album, The Spirit Room, was one of the bright spots of 2001, and her recent collaboration with Santana, The Game of Love, won over even more fans. Now she presents the writing she's done on the road while touring over the last couple of years with her latest, Hotel Paper. AOL member TJocko325 wanted to know how the new album title came about.
The last couple of years I've spent mostly on the road, living in hotels, living out of my suitcase, and almost every song on this record I wrote on the hotel stationery that you get, that has a little matching pen. It just seemed very appropriate because it's, what I've been doing for the past couple of years, writing on hotel paper.
Michelle says her time on the road has been an enlightening experience.
I guess one of the themes of my record is independence in a way, because this is my first time really in my life where I'd been out on my own without anyone around, traveling the world, meeting people for the first time, experiencing things for the first time, all while writing about it. And so a lot of the songs are not only about different relationships with people, but also some of the songs are, you listen to them and you think they're about someone else, but they're really kind of geared towards myself, asking myself a lot of questions. But independence could definitely be a theme of this record.
On the first Maverick release, The Spirit Room, Michelle was still in her teens when the songs were coming together. The new album reflects a major turning point in her life.
I was 14 and 15 when I wrote the songs for the first record. By the time I recorded it, I had just turned 17, and I've lived with that record for the past couple of years, and gonna be 20 now. The songs have changed so much because I've grown up so much. This record is going to be different for me because a lot of the songs are so personal, and I can tell you who it's about and where I was when I wrote it. And the first record was not personal. It was all very fictional.
'Cause you're everywhere to me.
We asked if having a successful debut allowed her to take more chances on the follow-up release.
I have so much more creative freedom than I ever thought imaginable. If for example, there's a song called Empty-Handed on the record, and we started and I was like, I really want a string arrangement on this record, and I don't want, somebody playing it on, some pads or some samples on a keyboard. By far, my favorite moment in making this record was watching an orchestra play music that I wrote. It was insane.
The new album features some key collaborations that she says came about completely organically.
I was playing a song and working in the studio, and I'd just gotten off the road with Sheryl Crow, and I called her up and I was like, hey, this song just seems like you need to be part of it. I don't know if you want to come down and write on it, if you want to come down and produce it, or just come down here, you have to hear this. And she's like, I'll be right down. And she came down, she's like, I want to sing on it. Sheryl was on a song called Love Me Like That, but Are You Happy Now? We were tracking it, and we had the door open to the studio, and Jane's Addiction was across the hall playing, and Dave Navarro came walking by, and he burst in the room, and he goes, who is this? I have to play on it. And we were like, all right, get in here right now. It was very cool to see that, both collaborations didn't start with, I'll have my people call your people. It was just kind of definitely more of a natural process, and it was fun. It was fun to have them both on the record.
In closing, Michelle says that while things are going really well, she would prefer the press refrain from comparing her to other young, successful female singer-songwriters.
There are two artists who came out after me this last year, or year and a half, or whatever, who I get compared to most often, Avril Lavigne and Vanessa Carlton. Because everyone is coming up to me every 5 seconds going, hey Vanessa, I love that video where you're playing the piano. And I was like, oh man. And I know Vanessa gets it all the time too, so I'm sure she hates it just as much as I do. But it's also very encouraging at the same time to look at MTV or to look on the charts and see Vanessa and Avril, Nora Jones, John Mayer, any younger artist actually writing and playing their own music. It's great just from a music fan perspective. I'm very happy that there are more younger females who are writing and performing.
Michelle Branch. Look for the new release, Hotel Paper, from Maverick Records. If you'd like to see and hear more interviews, great live performances of all styles, check out AOL Keyword Sessions.
Could you look me in the eye and tell me that you're happy?
Can I do, you have no mail, you are a loser. No, for my own computer.
So have I been erased? Are you happy?